Hey everyone, so today I'm going to do a different kind of video style. It's going to be about the NBA. The reason I want to do this video today is that recently my all-time favorite player in Kobe Bryant retired. And that ESPN not recently, but a little back, they did a top 100 NBA players of all time. And then in the top 10, it was Michael Jordan as number 1, number 2 was Kareem, number 3 was LeBron James, number 4 was Magic Johnson, number 5 was Wilt Chamberlain, number 6 was Larry Bird, number 7 was Bill Russell, number 8 was Tim Duncan, and number 9 was Shaquille O'Neal, and number 10 was Hakeem Olajuwon. So first of all, I just want to say this, that I'm not an NBA expert. I enjoy watching the NBA and then reading the history and reading different commentary about it and getting my own knowledge about it. But this is just my personal opinion and why I think he could be in the top 10 and why he couldn't be in the top 10. So overall, Kobe Bryant was ranked number 12. He didn't crack the top 10 in ESPN's ranking. On a personal note, I feel with all his accomplishment, which is a 5-time NBA champion, a 2 times final MVP, a 1-time regular MVP, 18-time All-Star selection. I believe that's tied for number 1 with Kareem, and he was a 5th-time All-NBA selection, and that is tied with Kareem and Tim Duncan of all time right now. And then he was a 9-time All-Defensive NBA player, and then the accolades just go down now. 2-time scoring champion. It just shows he has the stats and the repertoire to be considered one of the greatest player. But then even with that great selection, he was not put into the top 10 by ESPN. But I feel with all that, and then he's one of the only 4 players to score over 30,000 points. Number 3 on the all-time scoring list, and then only person over 30,000 points to have 5,000 assists. He's going to go down as the number 2 greatest shooting guard in NBA history right now, behind Michael Jordan, of course. But this is what he has provided overall. In a personal opinion, I really feel he's in the top 10. Do I think he's in the top 5? No. And I don't think he's even closer to that top 5 and 6, 7. I can argue for 9 and 10 why he should be there over some of the players. But overall, this one from a personal standby for what he's done and what he's helped his team, he deserves to be in the top 10, in my opinion, my personal one. But the justification of why he was in the top 10, I can see. What ESPN wrote and stated is, I'm just paraphrasing it, that even in his greatest season where he averaged about 35 points per game, and overall his shot selection of the volume he shot, did it ever turn into wins for the team and all that? Did the way his style of play help his team get better? Did it lead to the overall victories and help his team get better? And the argument was no. There was a little iffy, does he belong with those top echelon players of what he's done? So that was one of the justifications, and the other one was they actually broke it down why he doesn't belong in top 10. Michael Jordan, you can compare, but they can see why Michael was better. Number 2 was Kareem. They argued he had one of the most unstoppable shots and just his overall impact on the game of scoring. Number 3 was LeBron. Even though LeBron only had 2 NBA championships compared to Kobe's 5, the argument was he was an overall greater player. Number 4, Magic Johnson, all-around player, better, just skill from shooting, from assists, rebounding, defense. He could actually guard all 5 positions in the NBA. And there was something I read that he actually played center while Kareem was injured and everything. Number 5 was Wilt Chamberlain, who averaged 50 points and 20 rebounds. Number 6 was Larry Bird. The argument was why he is the same as Magic. He was overall just greater player. Number 7 was Bill Russell, which was stating that he just was the ultimate champion, 11 championships in 13 seasons. Number 8 was Tim Duncan. Overall, this is what's interesting. Kobe and Tim Duncan's careers have been compared, and with Tim Duncan, people have argued and stated with his accolades and this was overall performance statistic, he is considered the greatest power forward over Karl Malone, Charles Barkley, and all that. So that's why he got the nod over there. Number 9 was Shaquille O'Neal. This is where I read from, and then I could have seen where I agree with people that it could be argued either way, Kobe or Shaquille O'Neal. People argue that Shaquille O'Neal was a more dominant person when they won those 3 titles in a row, that he was Batman, Kobe was the Robin at that time, and that a lot of people say that Kobe wouldn't have won those championships without Shaq. But as you can see, before Kobe was drafted and all that, that Shaq couldn't win while he was in the Lakers without Kobe until he got there. Then he left, went with Miami. He won one championship with them, but he had to wait. Kobe finally eventually won 2 more, but then he had a better cast and everything with Paul Gasol and all those other players. So it could be argued with there, but you can argue that Shaq was dominant for at least 3 or 4 years in those early 2000s. No one could stop it. Points, rebounds, defense, and that was the argument, and that's what they tipped him over Kobe to be in the top 10. The last one was Hakeem Olajuwon. Like, him and Kobe, this is where I can see why Kobe could maybe take over there. Same thing with Shaq, but they just gave Hakeem the nod over him with his performance in points, rebounds, 2-time defensive player, one MVP, like that as well. So this is just from my personal, from this, what I've watched from Kobe, what he's accomplished, and what he's done. I can see why he can get the nod and be put in the top 10 for what is 30,000 points, 5,000 assists, and then all the accolades I listed. And then there's that other justification, and I can see the other point of view of why he wasn't kept, because that top 10 list of ESPN it's hard to argue. It's an endless debate of who you think there should be. But I can see that point of view of why he was kept off the top 10. So all the links are below on ESPN about the ESPN ranking. I'll put it on there. Just look it up. You can compare it to yourself. And then the Kobe Bryant statistics, I'll put that link below as well. So the reason I want to make this video is something interesting. I'm not saying I'm a sports guru. I enjoy watching sports. I like to research about it. And this is my personal opinion. Other people would say, you don't know what you're talking about, but I actually really enjoyed this video and making it because he is one of my all-time favorite players, and I do deserve, personally, on a personal view, I think he deserves to be in the top 10, but in another view, which is I'm not afraid to admit, I can see why he can't be. So go ahead, either watch this video, give me your opinions below in the comments, honest opinions. I don't even care if you guys say, hey, I don't think you should be making these kind of videos, because I'm going to make these videos still. And then, of course, just give me your opinion of why you think he deserves to be in top 10, or if you think that ranking is justified, number 12 all-time NBA player. So thank you guys. As always, like, share, and let's have a debate. I don't mind that, but, truthfully, keep it clean. And, if you're going to have an argument, please, bring in something and, have evidence about it, which would be nice. At the same time, let's just I just enjoy, debates like that, where we can lay it down and tell each other. As always, share my channel, and of course subscribe if you have. I do appreciate you guys' help and the support that you're giving me. I enjoy making these videos, taking some time and just talking what I like about. As always, you can find me on Instagram, Kotaroprince, same as Snapchat. And then if you want to do those, they're on each side of these. Alright, so you guys have a great day, enjoy the rest of your weekend and all that. Thank you.